Remind us how Mahsa Amini's arrest, how her death led to those protests and the threat they pose to the government in the country.
I think what we saw last fall was that after this tragic killing of Mahsa Jina Amini in custody of the morality police, it sort of triggered mass protests. It began in the Kurdish region where she's from, but it quickly spread across the country. And you saw women, men, women coming out, cutting their hair, throwing their mandatory hijabs into bonfires in defiance of the Islamic Republic's gender discriminatory laws, and the population alongside them calling for death to the dictator, down with the regime. So this was very clearly an anti-government movement, and the Iranian people have said that they want the regime gone.
Max, I want you to talk us through that volatile moment and what it meant being a member of the community, watching that from the United States, trying to process and understand what it would mean for Iran, but also how people here in the United States could stand in solidarity with protesters in Iran.
Absolutely. It means the world to us. It's been 44 years that Iranians been suffering, and they feel like they're in jail from this government. So this is not an overnight scenario. This has been a very painful journey for all Iranians. We have fled our country because we don't have a safe environment. We don't have a government that's there for the people. So when the uprising happened, everybody was extremely hopeful. To this day, we're very, very hopeful. And we know for the fact that this government eventually is going to not be able to sustain this uprising. So we're hoping to see that fall sooner than later.
You see, you and Max both said something that I want to pick up on, and it is this idea that very often we see a movement rise up, we see a hashtag, and it dissipates as quickly as it emerges. And so it is notable that this has been a year not only of sustained action, but where we have actually seen action and attention to this grow. What has that required both inside of Iran and outside?
Inside Iran, I think the fact that protesters were so bold in the ways that they protested, that they used street art, that they used graffiti, that they did forms of public demonstration involving hair and hijabs. I think that led to a lot of visuals that captured the globe's attention. And so although we had successive waves of protests in the country prior to this, those had never really captured the global attention in the way that this did. But I'll say that also the folks on the outside, the Iranian diaspora, have organized in incredible ways to make sure that they are heard by foreign ministries around the world, that they are heard by heads of state. Iranian Americans in this country have been organizing to get legislation passed in the Congress in a grassroots manner that staffers tell me they've never seen. So there's been a lot of mobilization on the outside. And I'll note that people on the inside, including leading activist Majid Tavakoli, have said that because of the repressive nature, the repressive regime that they are facing inside the country, they do want us to play that role. So it involves outside and inside.
Max, to that point, one guest essay in the New York Times argues that the more Iran's clerics try to suppress the Mahsa movement, the stronger activists become, the closer they get to throwing off the repressive government. I wonder if you agree.
Yes, of course. I mean, we all feel this, and I think everybody feels it around the world. That's why we're here having this conversation. And add a few things to what Gisu beautifully mentioned, is that the economy in Iran is so bad, and the people are living in such poverty that it's multiple things coming together and making it really difficult to live under this government. So eventually, the people have to stand up for a better life. And we're here as Iranians outside of Iran, really recognizing this and trying to support as much as we can.